So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's live. It's of the match between Kunlavut Viditsarn and HS Prannoy, semi-final men's singles badminton world championships, which is taking place in Denmark, Copenhagen, Denmark. So, currently we have the women's singles semi-final going on, the second one, Ansayam versus Chen Mitchell. And after this match, we'll have the men's singles semi-final between Prannoy and Kunlavut. Uh, if it If it ends in two sets, then we might be able to start by 8:30. But if it does not, then we'll have to wait for a few more minutes. Might well go beyond 8:45. Currently at 8 all, Anse Young has won the first set. Yeah, so let's wait for some time. Yeah, I've come for a live after a long time. I'll just a second. And we have Neeraj Chopra playing in the javelin throw final tomorrow. So that is another much anticipated live that I'll be doing tomorrow night. And hopefully, if Pranay wins today, then we'll have two lives to look forward to. Let's hope all goes well. So next match is Pranay versus Kunlavut, and let's wait at least 10-15 minutes before this one finishes off. Okay. I hope there is no sound problem right now. If there is, please let me know in the comment section. Also, really sorry for not being able to come for the previous lives because we had other work to take care of. Really sorry for that, and we hope that will be more consistent with Asian Games coming up next month. Expect many lives to be done by us. So we still have time, guys. We still have time before the match starts. It's been a long time since we came on live. Tomorrow will be Neeraj, so we are expecting a very big audience. So we won't be able to take many questions. So if you have any questions, let's chit chat for a while until the India versus Thailand Prannoy's match starts. And a little bit background about it. Pranay and Kunlavut have played one match before this. So this is their second. Yeah. Yes, I Pranit. So I'll tell you a bit more about the opponent. So Kunlavut essentially is a 22-year-old Thai badminton player, very young, but he has achieved quite a lot in this small period of experience. Last year, he was the runner-up in the same tournament, Badminton World Championships, and he's a three-time World Junior champion. So Lakshya's cohort of World Junior champion. And yes, this is going to be the court for all matches of semi-finals. Uh, so court one, this is the court number one. So all matches will be held here only. And again, really sorry, we were involved in a lot of other work as you run. So you can check it there. And yeah, Neeraj plays tomorrow. Hopefully, Pranay will go to the final as well. And Sachi disappointed us. Yeah, so Sachi looked a bit rattled by their opponents, the crowd support as well for the Danes. And yeah, it was just an aberration, I think, because Satvik Chirag have had a wonderful year. 2023 has been great for them with all the wins. So I hope they bounce back. So we shouldn't think much into it. And Pranay provided a silver lining, and we have another medalist this year as well. Neeraj Chopra in the evening, guys. Evening towards late night, I think. Expect javelin to be 9-10 p.m. ish, after 9-10 p.m. So yeah, it will be a night thing, a night stream. And coming back to how tough Kunlavut will be, the pattern that he usually follows is he takes the games deeper. So he takes games into three sets. Even a journalist today pointed out, he was there at the Indian Open when it happened this year. So he had Kunlavut had done the same with Axelsen. So, but that's what Prannoy is also doing. Prannoy is also taking games to the third set. I hope he's not very exhausted. Both players have had three setters in the past 2 days, but again, age is not on Prannoy's side. But as he has shown, he has reached the peak at the age of 31. So expect a very fantastic encounter. Of course, opponent is as good as they can get. It's a world championship semi-final, so we cannot expect any random player to pop up, right? So yeah, it's going to be a very neck and neck encounter. We don't have much data on head to head as well. Both of them had played only once before, and in that match, Viditsarn had won straight sets 24-22 and 21-15 something. So yeah, not much data, but yeah, Prannoy is in form. Kunlavut has been doing quite well. The last two of his matches were three setters, but that's his strategy. Like if he wins the first set, he is known to sometimes give away the second set so that he focuses all his energy on the third set. So that is one thing we can expect today. We can expect a three setter. Prannoy is taking all his games. At least the one with Axelsen when DP lost the first set, but Prannoy is also uh, there for the long haul. But let's see if he has that kind of stamina today. Hoping, hoping for a positive result. Thoughts on Sindhu? To be very honest, Sindhu's game hasn't been quite like the last decade, I would say. So really hope she comes back. She will need a lot of work, as we can see. It's the women who are dominating singles. Anse Young, Yufei are there. Taizuing kind of announced that this would be her last world championship. So she would return home without a gold. But yes, the kind of level that these players are playing at, even Okuara has made a mini comeback, and uh, Marine. So Carolina Marine, she's I think a year older than Sindhu. So considering that Carolina Marine can make a comeback after such a career-threatening injury, then Sindhu should take a leaf out of her booklet and try to make a comeback, because it's high time she did. Olympics happening next year. She was seeded 16th here. I don't know the last time I saw Sindhu seeded 16th. She never used to go beyond 8th. So yeah, career not exactly at a good place right now. But let's hope she comes back. But she has done so much for Indian badminton. I mean, five-time world championship medalist, a world champion, Olympic double medalist. It's it's horrible of us to expect more. But as a fan of Sindhu, yeah, all of us can just expect that uh, her career comes back on track. So let's hope for that. Let's hope the new coach Hafiz Hashim does some magic. Neeraj Chopra tomorrow, yes, 11:45 after 12, but we will be streaming Neeraj Chopra's World Championship encounter. Promises to be great. Kind of India versus Pakistan, because the highest two throws in the qualification, the highest one was of course by Neeraj, and the second highest was by Arshad Nadim, who is making a comeback after an injury. So expect fireworks tomorrow. So also Lakshya Sen lost against Prannoy's opponent today. So Lakshya versus Kunlavut was there, and Lakshya lost to him in a three-setter. Uh, Incidentally, both of them are contemporaries, played in the junior circuit together. So yeah, Lakshya seems to be making a mini comeback. He recently won a tournament as well. On the right path, I hope all our badminton players start doing well, as the considering that the Olympic qualifications across sports have started. We don't not even a year is left right now. So Olympics start next year in July, towards the end of July. So people are asking, aren't we too early for Prannoy's match? Yeah, I could have started this late. I think around 8:40, 8:45, but I don't know. Trying to make up for the fact that we haven't streamed any badminton matches before. Trisa and Gayatri, they lost to Chen and Jia. Chen and Jia are the first seeds, the Chinese. So it's fine. Chen and Jay are really very good. They almost win or finish runners up in the most tournaments. Yeah. And as to answer Hemant's query, Manu, DP. So the best result in World Athletics has been DP Manu, Neeraj Chopra, and Kishore Jena. All three of our men javelin throwers. They have qualified for the uh, final. So three Indian javelin throwers out of the 12 players tomorrow. Let's hope all three of them do well. Especially the new entrant Kishore and the youngster DP Manu. Who is favorite in Prannoy match? I won't say anyone is favorite. Both of them are looking in good touch. Prannoy in the form of his life. Kunlavut has been consistent kind of. So yeah, no favorites. Not calling out any favorite. Obviously, I'm supporting Prannoy, but no favorite. It will be a very even encounter. Uh, कल दो मेडल आ सकते हैं एक्सपेक्टिंग दो मेडल तो मतलब मुश्किल है यार एक मेडल ही एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे हम क्योंकि मनु एंड किशोर इट विल बी अ सरप्राइज इफ वी गेट टू मेडल्स बट या नीरज ऑफ कोर्स इज आवर प्राइम मेडल कंटेंडर नेक्स्ट Jeremy out of Paris Olympics is a question. So recently there was some controversy. Jeremy, I don't know the exact specifics of it, but Jeremy, something related to training, indiscipline, something. He's off training, he's not training. Just give me a second. It's a very interesting topic. Yes, there is some scene has happened for Jeremy. He has been removed from the national camp. My bad. He has been removed from the national camp. So yeah, some doubts around this. This is a news from our publication only, July news. Yeah. Sachi, what happened? I mean, they just lost. They were playing against the home favorites, who incidentally, I have reached the final after winning today against the Chinese pair of Wang and Lian. Yeah, it's fine. I would not call it a failure. It's just an aberration. It's fine. Sachi have had a brilliant year, and it's a long career ahead for them. Let's hope they just do well in Paris Olympics. Arjun and Dhruv had didn't participate. To be very honest, I don't have any answer for that. Uh, okay. By the way, this is going to be this turning out to be a grueling game as expected. Yufei versus Anse Young. Uh, Marine literally blasted Yamaguchi in straight sets, which I did not expect. Yamaguchi was on course for a three-peat this year. She would have won three consecutive world championship titles, but she lost against Marine, making a comeback and fantastic stuff by the Spaniard. So let's see. Do you think Aaron and So can go for second world championship title? Uh, to be very honest, the odds are stacked towards them because finalists we have the Danes, and I think Aaron and Chia are yet to play their semi final. So if they manage to win today, I think they have a better chance of winning. But again, we have seen Aaron Chia lose to Ben Lane and Sean Wendy. So everyone has their own kryptonite, as the Danes have turned out to be Sachis because they now boast of a head-to-head record of 4-2 against Satvik and Chirag. And we have long jumpers disappointed. Yeah, very disappointed by a performance of long jumpers in Budapest, especially Murli because he's kind of experienced right now. So let's hope they replicate their performances at the world stage. Need of the hour. Okay, so Hanseng has taken a lead of 2 points right now, and this might be over in straight sets, which is good for all Indian badminton fans who have joined and are eagerly waiting for Prannoy's match. So it might start soon, considering that. Did you watch Prannoy Axelsen match yesterday? So interesting story. Uh, I had I was not so I was on off yesterday. I was not working yesterday, and I had no clue about the exact time when the match would happen. So I was having dinner outside at a restaurant, and suddenly decided to check my mobile, and a message popped up. A friend of mine texted me, "Bro, third set is going on. Prannoy is leading." So I was shocked for a minute, and then I started watching after that. And to catch up on the remaining highlights and everything, I watched the long version today early morning. So yeah, bad miss for me. But the way Prannoy played was excellent, and especially the way he was controlling the rallies, because Axelsen was clearly rattled in the third rally. Prannoy was keeping his calm, not attacking every time. So in the first set, he did some errors, but in the third set, he was very, very clinical, going for drops, trusting his instincts, and going for the kill only when he wanted to. So great rallies by him. I think the fact that he controlled the rallies is what won him, and he stayed cool. So another thing, as you must have seen, he did not shout or no exclamations after points, even if he won the points. So fantastic play by Prannoy yesterday. I hope he continues the same way, because being stable with all the experience he has gained in his long career, I think Prannoy, if he keeps up with the stamina of these younger players, that stamina coupled up with the kind of experience he has gained, that can be deadly for his opponents. So I hope he shows the same kind of temperament today. It will be great for him, so that he can win today. Really hoping he needs this World Championship gold, and we want him to see the journey he has had, the journey Prannoy has had, ups and downs throughout his career. So I think, yeah, Prannoy deserves this gold than anyone else. Let's hope the better player wins today. We have the match starting in the next few minutes. The players will come, they'll start warming up, and yeah, Anseyang versus Carolina Marin. It's a match between two generations. Both of them have a gap of 9 years. A fact which is of no use to you guys, but I'll still say that Anseyang and I share the same birth date. So yeah, she's very young. She's only 21 years of age, and she'll be playing against Marine, 30-year-old Marine, and brilliant sensation. The youngster winning so many tournaments on the trot this year. Yeah, Prannoy's match will start in some time, in 5 minutes, because they'll come, they'll start warming up, do a bit of tossing. But yeah, mostly it will be a three-setter. Let's hope both players are in full form today and are not very exhausted from the previous 2 day matches. Yeah. So guys, the wait is over. The match will start in the next 5 minutes. We're waiting for the players to arrive. The previous one has just ended. All matches are taking place on court number one. Who after Sindhu for India? So that's a question I don't like to ask myself, because we don't have anyone after Sindhu for India. Like there are many players: Akarshi Kashyap, Ashmita Chalia, Malvika Bansod, Unnati Huda is very young, but lot many players are there. But the kind of impact that Sindhu or Saina had at their age. So as someone has mentioned, Sindhu was 21 in Rio. So yeah, she considering she's 20, yeah, 7 years back, 21, 22. So that was the impact they had. So when Sindhu was a teenager itself, she had started defeating all the top players in the world. So we are not seeing that from India in women's singles especially. So to ask the question who after Sindhu, we won't be getting a great answer. So yeah, sadly, no one like, and the fact that we have been accustomed to having a top player in women's singles for the last I don't know, last 15 years, since Saina performed well in Beijing. Since last 15 years, we have been accustomed to seeing one Indian female athlete in the women's singles cohort. So yeah, this is very unnatural for Indian badminton fans to not have world class women's singles player. But on the other hand, our men's singles has kind of become stabilized. I won't say very stabilized, but we are regularly winning medals at the World Championship. That has been a plus. The Thomas Cup victory has been a plus. So if we compare the 2000s versus 2010s, this decade has started off well with the Thomas Cup win and Sindhu's medal, Sindhu's bronze, and we'll need one or two medals at least at Paris make to say that this decade has started off well than the other two. So Unnati, as I said, she's young, but again, Unnati lost very badly against Kunlavut Viditsarn's sister. That was a tournament in Pune, and they played in the final. So Viditsarn's sister is a upcoming bright prospect, and if Unnati starts playing at a better and at a higher level, then I think by the age of 17, 18, she should start doing what Sindhu does to be worthy of comparison. But comparisons, we always know. Aren't good because yesterday I watched a very nice video on why Chen Long is the most underrated badminton player. So Chen Long, as we all of us have followed Chen Long's matches because he was kind of the best player in the past decade. But his times overlapped with Lindan and Lee Chong Wei, and in spite winning the complete batch bronze, silver, and gold in Olympics, being a multiple time world champion, Chen Long is a name which people don't remember or won't remember some years down the line. So yeah, so comparisons are never worthy. So when you compare Chen Long with Lindan, he's always going to come up short. But when you compare him with any other player, then his achievements are more than anyone else. So I don't think we can compare Sindhu and Saina with anyone else. Okay, still waiting. We have Prannoy versus Kunlavut with its run starting in some time. Prannoy is the ninth seed, having defeated seed number one reigning Olympic and world champion Viktor Axelsen in the quarterfinals. A historic match confirming him at least a bronze medal, and let's hope he goes on to win the gold. Standing in his path is, of course, the Thai youngster. Other men's singles semi-final will be between Kodai Narauka and Anders Antonsen. So, a lot of home prospects doing well. Of course, crowd support in your own backyard helps you a lot. So, I mean, if we host a World Championships in India, I think it's going to be in 2026. Then we'll expect more results. What happened to Sindhu? We still see Yamaguchi Okuhara doing well. So Okuhara has kind of made a comeback recently. Sindhu, I think, is just not in a good place in her career, and ideally she should take some time off, but she cannot because Olympic qualification is in full swing, and she wouldn't like to miss the bus for Paris. And here we have the Indian flag, HS Prannoy of India walking in after his fantastic performance yesterday. So Prannoy has entered the arena. We have the mascots cheering for him. There was a great sight yesterday. The lone Indian holding an Indian flag in a swarm of Dane supporters. So yeah, Sindhu. So the problem of Sindhu has been she got that CWG injury on her way to winning there, but she has not been able to exactly give herself rest. And even now, she cannot afford that because each and every tournament will become very very important. We have less than 11 months left for the. I think it's exactly 11 months because 26 July next year is when the opening ceremony of Paris Olympics is going to be held. So not much time is left, and yeah, that's the demand of the sport. So many tournaments taking place, qualification points everywhere. Uh, it's a burden on yourself. It's a burden on all the players to do well whenever you go out. Also, I can see more and more people are joining as the match begins. Please leave a like, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. So both players are here. Warm up has been started, and we'll soon be off with the first set. Mostly looking at the way these two players are playing, their styles and everything, I think it will be a three-set match. So 3 games is what we are expecting here. It's a clash between a 22-year-old versus a 31-year-old. Very, very similar to the previous match. Oh no, no, my bad, not the previous match. Okay, so Prannoy, 31 years old, ranked ninth, highest world ranking being seventh. Does not matter. None of the statistics matter right now. Uh, the only thing is matters is he's very high on confidence. He has just defeated a player who is referred to as aliens by some badminton, specific badminton fans around the world. So that big, the victory was confirms his first medal. Would be looking to upgrade it to a silver or gold. I hope it's gold. He has played two 70-minute matches in the past 2 days against Viktor Axelsen and against, incidentally, another world champion, which is Lo Kian Yu of Singapore. So he has defeated two world champions on his way, and let's hope he becomes a world champion himself. And first two matches were quite clinical. Defeated Wardoyo in straight sets, and a Finnish player who kind of gave him a scare in the first set, but then Prannoy collected his wits about himself, and so two straight games win, and then two three game matches. Viditsarn, as I mentioned, 22-year-old, highest current ranking is of 3, so ranked third in the world. Very, very, it's going to be an exciting encounter, to be very honest. And let's see how these players have recovered after two very brutal matches in the past 2 days. So it's not like they have any rest day or anything. You wake up, you have to play a match, and that's what they've been doing since the past 2 days. It's crazy to think Prannoy had a much more difficult match as Rishabh versus LKY. I think it's all about matchups. You can never predict. So, especially in sports such as badminton, you can never predict what's going to happen. We have seen this not just in badminton, across sports, like Satwik Chirag defeating Aaron Chia, the world champions recently, then going on to lose again the 11th seeded Dane. So a lot of things matter. How your form at that particular moment is, what your opponent's playing style is, again what's your history against them, which affected Satwik Chirag versus Chia, and so a lot of factors matter in matchups. So we can never generalize why this match was tougher than the other. And even yesterday, it was the timings were very similar. Even if the scores weren't, the timing were very, very similar. So yeah, the match is almost starting. So Pranoy is playing on the far side of the court, guys, and on the near side we have Vitidsarn. Okay, let's see how this pans out. Pranoy draws the first blood for India, and we are off to a good start. Also, mentioning again, if you haven't liked yet, please do the needful. And please keep your non match related questions for after the stream, because right now we'll be focusing only on the stream. So, good start by Pranoy there, showing a statement with that jump smash. So, both players will take some time settling in. It's not as if they'll immediately start going for the long rallies at the beginning. And we know that both of them like to take their matches deeper. So Pranoy caught off guard as he lost his first point there, trying to work the thigh on the forehand, misses the drop. Some great variations by Viditsarn early on, as I could see from the 2 points he won. So he he got a point from a flick early on and very carefully placed. I won't call it a perfect drop, but it is somewhere between a drop and a smash, not even a half smash. So a great tactical shot by him there, very cunning. And I think Prannoy will have to keep targeting his opponent's backhand and make sure it doesn't fall for the flicks. So that is something which Prannoy will have to keep in mind throughout this game. Thankfully, there hasn't been a score like 4-0 or 5-0 at the initial stages, which no one likes to see. But great stroke work by Viditsarn. That is something we'll have to appreciate here. Looks very calm and comfortable. But as the match keeps on prolonging, even Prannoy kind of settles and starts those beautifully placed shots. As we saw yesterday, was not doing errors. Tap in the net was uncalled for by Prannoy there. But again, decent start. Both players are testing each other out. Absolutely no intensity in the game till now. And it's kind of neck and neck. No one's allowing the other to take off a very huge lead. They're like trading point for point. Pranay has already gone with a couple of big smashes at the start. Also in the coaches corner, we can see the legendary Pulela Gopichan along with Guru Saidat. So we are planning to roll out a video on Guru Saidat, but considering that you guys have joined us, a bit info about him. So Guru Saidat also sitting in the coach's corner with Gopichan. There's a 33-year-old former Indian badminton player. He actually retired last year. Commonwealth Games bronze medalist from 2014. And after retiring, he was plagued by injuries. Had a decent senior career, national number one, India number one. And now he's in the coaching scheme of things, accompanying Prannoy everywhere. So has kind of a great role to play in Prannoy's journey this year. Spot of Prannoy came out of a spot of bother, so that point was meant to be won by the Thai player, but Prannoy somehow pulled himself out of it and won it. So we are still 5-all in the first game. Interesting start. I still think that the players haven't settled in completely. We saw an error by Prannoy at the start, then Kunlavut couldn't close off a rally which he should have naturally. So interesting start. Also, guys, make sure you don't forget to like. Okay, Prannoy has taken his socks off. Let's see what is happening here. I hope he's all right. Let's hope it's nothing serious and just an issue of the socks. So we are waiting. The match hasn't resumed. Prannoy is Prannoy removed his shoes and is wearing them again. Looks like everything is all right, and again he'll take some time warming up for the game because a minute, I think that was a minute or so. So that's more than enough to put you off track while playing a badminton match. The body becomes cold very easily, and it takes time to settle into the footwork. As you could see, Prannoy could have closed that rally with that tab, but messed it up. Yeah. Couple of quick points there from Prannoy. But I'm really liking the way Kunlavut flicks the shuttle. But if Prannoy finds a way to answer each one of them, oh, great flicks by Prannoy as well. But if Prannoy manages to find an answer to each one of them, then it will be a cakewalk for him, because anticipation in women's singles, we know the trickiest player is Tai Tzu. So we have seen her playing with a certain flair, but at the end of the day, it's not how your trick shots are; it's how you are able to win the match. As we could see the Olympic final where Chen Yufei won. So Chen Yufei again, I think, is a very mechanical player like Chen Long, no flair, but absolute precision, tactical brilliance, and the stamina to uh, go for each and every point. So that's what matters. So not exactly a beautiful kind of play by the Chinese. Both of the examples I mentioned. Viditsarn has a flair to his game. Certain just the flick shots. I mean, not for the smashes. I find that very weird. But anyways, going back to the match, Prannoy has opened up a lead in the first set. I like seeing that. It's good to have that. But as I always mention in my badminton streams, the most important part of a badminton match is between those 12 and 16 or 13 and 17 points. That patch is the most important. If you are able to hold your fort at that point, then it's brilliant. 10-5, so Prannoy can go into the decider with a lead of 6 points in his hands. Let's hope that happens, because it would mean that he will have a big psychological advantage over his Thai opponent. So uh, Kunlavut usually prefers that, hey, let me win the first set, I'll give the second one to you, and then come out all guns blazing in the third one. But right now, Prannoy is looking in control, and he has been able to force his opponent. So one interesting thing, he has been able to force his opponent to go for the backhand shots. So his Kunlavut is not be able to go for the overhead shots, which means that it gives more time for Prannoy to uh, think, and more time to decide on what shot to go for the kill. And that's been a great development. So let's hope he keeps on pushing Kunlavut, so that the Thai has to make those backhand shots. Great flicks by Prannoy as well. Some excellent wrist work. And he has gone for the, okay, brilliant. So what I would like to see, keep on seeing tonight, is Prannoy making sure that Kunlavut has to pick that backhand shot out of the. I think their coach must have also noticed. So to analyze the scheme of things, still we are at the midway. I don't think there's more time for the break. But both of the players started very slowly. They tested each other out. Prannoy took that little break. I think it worked wonders for him, because since coming on, he has continuously gained points, has opened up a 6 point lead. So ideally, from here on, Prannoy should aim at sealing this set of under 15, like some score of 21-13 or 21-14. And the best thing is, he's targeting not the extreme backhand of his opponent, but an area which is between the center line and the backhand. So it's a very weird place. So if you don't have a good overhead shot there, it becomes very weird for you to pick a backhand shot out of it, which gives your opponent a lot of time to think where to dispatch the shuttle. And considering that we are at the highest level of badminton right now, it's easy for Prannoy to win a point if he manages to do that. And I think Kunlavut will try to use his own strategies at this point. And Prannoy has been a little bit conservative while going for the taps. So he is not smashing the shuttle at the net because he is in the lead. He is playing it safe and going for the soft kill. But a great jump smash by Kunlavut there. A bit unorthodox technique, I would say, but yeah, he's built stocky, so it might seem like that. So he ends Pranoy's streak of winning so many points on the trot and pulls himself back. This is going to be super crucial for HS Prannoy to hold his opponent at this juncture of the game, because if he manages to do that, then a clear first set win would be on the cards. But if he loses point in this patch, which is the, yeah, okay, cool. Prannoy keeps his lead a bit steady. So we still have a 5 point gap, constant gap for Prannoy. So his opponent is trying to wrong foot him. Kunlavut is trying to pull out all rabbits out of the hat going for the cross net shots and trying to wrong foot Prannoy. But thankfully, the Indian has figured this out and is using his own tactics well. Let's hope he doesn't change the game plan. So Prannoy must have hit only 4 to 5 smashes till now. The killer smash is what I'm talking about. Again, that backhand which has been targeted constantly by Prannoy is working so well that Kunlavut is going for the backhand shot every time. He's not trying a single overhead shot. I don't want this to reach Kunlavut, but if he uses overhead, then it will create bigger rallies. And Prannoy won't have it as easy as he has been having till now. Again, a backhand shot. Okay, Prannoy is making mincemeat of his opponent right now. And as an Indian fan, the only thing I want is to keep this continuing because a template has been created where like a rally of 8 to 10 shots is going. Then somehow Prannoy finds that beautiful lift which makes it very awkward for Viditsarn. And then Prannoy goes for the kill. Brilliant jump smashes. Not a single error by Prannoy in the recent smashes that we saw. Excellent play. We have some great Indian supporters. Indian flag, the tricolor is out. Everyone noticed what happened yesterday, and we have more supporters to cheer for the Indian. And fantastic play. I think Viditsarn might let off Prannoy off the hook in this one. He'll be like, okay, bro, you are almost winning this set. So why don't you just go and win it? I'll come back in the second. But the way Prannoy has been playing, and of course, with the great, I'm very sure that Gopi sir and Guru Saidat must have figured out some great tactics. And Prannoy, the main thing is a coach will give you inputs, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to implement them on court. And fantastic implementation by Prannoy, I think, because opening up an 8 point lead in the semi-final of a World Championships, especially against a player who has been in great form in this year and is the silver medalist from last year. So things are going well for us. Let's hope Prannoy doesn't relax too much if he wins this set and continues the same tempo and intensity. Because clearly Viditsaran has been making many errors, has not been able to exactly figure out what Pranoy's game is. But I know playing at this level, he'll definitely figure it out. The lead has reduced to 6 points, by the way. And let's just hope that Pranoy keeps his cool. The most important phase of the game. Once you are across 18, I think it gives you some kind of a psychological advantage and you don't worry much about the score. But at 16, 17, 15 to 17, it's always like, oh, my opponent might pull something off and he might reduce the lead to 14. So a 14, 16 is very worrisome on the player. So it's better to have a lead, safe lead, I would say. There is no such thing as a safe lead, but in badminton, generally, I consider 4 points to be the safest lead. So two is very less, three is in the middle, not very uncertain, not very safe, but four is comfortable. And we have seen players pulling out eight. Okay, so the lead is reducing, guys. It's to 5 points right now. From eight, we are on five. It was 16-8. It's 16-11. Some great play by Vitidsarn there. He uh, managed to wrong foot Prannoy again. So he's going for the jump, and instead of, so Prannoy is standing in the backcourt, anticipating a smash somewhere on the line, but then Viditsarn is just going with a drop shot, and it's a long drop shot. It's not even a precise drop shot, but at the end of the day, he's getting a point. So some great work by him. And Prannoy, the only mistake he did in those past few points, he was playing his opponent on the forehand. And once Prannoy starts shifting on the backhand like he did back here, he gains a point. So it's simple: attack your opponent's backhand and make sure he keeps on doing those errors. So fantastic. Oh, we have kind of 80 plus people watching. That's great, guys. Make sure you leave a like. I can see only 30 likes. It will help the stream to reach more people. And do check out the content after the match is done. Anyways, moving back, Pranoy is still implementing the same ploy, going for the backhand on and on. Small error while doing it. So 5 point lead for the Indian, 17-12. I think still it's more than four, so it's decent, but it's better to seal the set off right now. Because once your opponent starts making the comeback, momentum is with your opponent, then you are bound to create some errors, right? So let's hope that Prannoy continues this 4 to 5 point lead. The funniest thing I've noticed in this set is how is Kunlavut not realizing that Prannoy is using the same tactic against him on each and every point. Either he does not have the shot, but okay, brilliant stuff by HS Prannoy, guys. Amping up the intensity exactly when required, not going for the jump smashes blindly. He has been waiting for his moments and follow up. So after Kunlavut dived there, Prannoy was smart enough to go for a cross. Brilliant shot selection. And after yesterday's match, his confidence has been sky high. So he's gaining a point, he's losing a point. At this stage of the match, it's comfortable for him because a 5 point lead is what he has. So even if it trades off 2 or 3 points, it's not going to concern him more than like yeah, it doesn't matter, to be very honest, because something like 18, 16 is very close for comfort. Kunlavut has clearly felt the heat in the first set, and he would come out all guns blazing in the second set, is what I can assure you guys, because he usually likes to win the first set. That's something he prefers, and losing the first one, Prannoy will have to be very careful in the second. But first of all, he needs to make sure that, because after a long time, the lead has reduced to 4 points. So two very uncanny errors by Prannoy. That's not the game we have seen from him since this match started. So uh, he shouldn't relax. As I said, he shouldn't relax at any moment of the game, and because the quality of opposition is so good that they might punish you. 2 points left for HS Prannoy to seal the deal and move into the second set with a lead. Keep on attacking your opponent's back and do nothing else. That's the simplest way I could put this entire strategy of Prannoy against Kunlavut today. Clearly, the Thai's backhand is very weak, and Prannoy has been exploiting it brilliantly. So 5 point lead. Okay, finally Kunlavut has found the overhead shot, and for every backhand shot, okay, he is going for the overhead. Okay, is he hearing? Is he hearing the stream, guys? Because he has figured out that he needs to use the overhead shot, and things are going to become very problematic for Prannoy in the next set, as they became in that point when the score became 19-15. Viditsarn has figured out that he needs to use the overhead shot every time Prannoy pushes the shuttle on the backhand side, and very sad for us. But now Prannoy will have to find a different ploy. So each and every shot is being punished by a overhead return, and clearly Kunlavut has figured it out after what took him more than 20 minutes. But Prannoy, okay, guys, things are getting a bit concerning here. The lead has reduced to 3 points right now, something which shouldn't have happened. Prannoy had a comfortable lead in the middle. He had a lead of 8 points. Then it was constant at 5, came back at 6, but now it's reduced to 3. He just needs 2 points to finish this thing off. It will be a lot of pressure if Prannoy loses this set. Very intricate net play. And now the backhand ploy is not working, as he knows. His opponent is going for the overhead shot, which no. Okay, brilliant. Okay, Prannoy makes a big error, guys. That shouldn't have been an error by any means. He had the entire rally in his control. He had to finish it off at the net. He just had to tap the shuttle. He had brought his opponent down on the knees. Everything a brilliant smash, a brilliant flick. He relaxed himself, and face pump moment for Prannoy. That's what he did on the court. That point should have been Prannoy's. It could have taken him to game point, 1 point more to win this first set, and massive error from from Prannoy that was clearly unexpected, and it will bother him. If he loses this set, it will bother him, but he should not, because now the momentum has been shifted. His body language has got different, because that was a point which he had planned carefully, executed properly, challenged by Viditsarn. It's 2017, great, great stuff. But again, that point, if Prannoy manages to do something like that in a situation which is very close, let's say 2020, it will hurt him. But things like these happen. Thankfully, it did not hurt him at this moment, provided he finishes off this rally. And badminton, a game of the barest margins. Uh, Unsuccessful challenge by Kunlavut Vitidsarn, and more people joining as the game tends to become more interesting. Guys, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. So we will sum up, we will analyze the first game after it is done, but still it's only a 2 point two game points for Prannoy. He had 3 at the start. So he is continuously looking at Gopi and Guru Saidar. So he wasn't doing any errors on the smash in the beginning, and at this crucial juncture of the game, he has made that error. So Prannoy needs to make sure it doesn't happen again. So let's see. Okay, there's some people on the court. Viditsarn looks like he's getting some medical help. Okay, so Viditsarn, guys, unfortunate news. Is getting some medical help. Let's hope it's not a big problem. We wouldn't like to see anyone injured in this match. It has been a grueling tournament. Okay, it's just he must have fallen on court while executing one of his dives. So it's not exactly an internal injury, something which hampers your play, but it's an external wound on the knee. So doctors are treating him right now, the medical officials. So Viditsarn has got the treatment. Shouldn't be much to worry, because it will hamper his movement initially a bit, but it's not like an internal injury where you twist your ankle or, let's say, suffer a wound. So it's an external wound, and he will face some pain, very little pain, but Viditsarn should be all right. And momentum break for both the players. We know what Prannoy pulled off after changing his socks in the initial stages, when the scores were tied and everything was going close, and brilliant stuff at the net. First set to Prannoy, 21-18. Great. So start was even. Both the players were testing each other out, and Prannoy manages to pull it off at the end, not without some hiccups, because he was leading by 5 to 6 points at the middle stages, the most crucial stages, and he kind of lost his tempo, relaxed a bit. The tap at the end should have been converted, but great play by Prannoy. He stick to his ploy of pushing the shuttle to the backhand, not the extreme backhand, but a place which gets very awkward for any player, which is between the center line and the just consider it at the halfway stage in the backhand court. So that area Prannoy kept on exploiting, and he got great results for it. But at the end, it took like 20 minutes for Viditsarn to figure out that yes, I need to pull that overhead shot out of my bag. That he did. So we are going to see a change in tactics in the second set. Viditsarn is going to come roaring at Prannoy. He has to play for everything right now. He has nothing to lose. So a barrage of attacks is what we are expecting, with coupled with some kind of flicks that Viditsarn keeps on doing. Rishabh has asked why has he kept the wound open. Generally, these kinds of wounds, like once you treat them externally, it's better to keep them open so that they heal quickly. So I don't think there's any need. It's a small wound. It's like if you fall down somewhere, uh, you get that a bit of the 1 or 2 layers of the skin go off, and it's just a little bit of blood at the surface. So it's fine. As long as it's not an internal, we know what internal injuries can do to sports person, not just badminton players, of course. So Yeah, we are back. Things have started, and Pranay goes for the first blood. Thankfully, it's the same as the first set where he had got the first point. And let's hope the result is the first at the same set. We don't want Pranay exerting himself for a three setter, so that he is better and freshly prepared for the match tomorrow. And very similar opening to the second set, and let's hope the ending is same as well. 2-0 to Pranay at the start, and it will be interesting to see if Pranay continues with his ploy of attacking his players backhand, considering that he has figured out the plan and also change in the side of the court. There will be some drift factors to take into account. Players will try to test their shots at the start of the rally, but that was a brilliant backhand smash by Pranay there. Very, very strong. So he has all the aces up his sleeve, and interestingly, since the start of the second set, Kunlavut is trying to do what Pranay was doing to him, go for his opponent's backhand. But the way Pranay has hit those shots, like Kunlavut's backhand was very, very feeble, and Pranay has been brilliant in pushing the shuttle towards the backcourt in spite of not, uh, yeah. So pushing the shuttle in spite of not using the overhead shot is what I wanted to mean. And great backhand skills by Pranay there. And it cannot get any better, guys. One of the most beautiful shots in badminton is, of course, the cross court smash, which you can see. If it's a jump smash, the better. A, a cross court jump smash by Pranay there. It was challenged by Kunlavut with Viditsarn, but Pranay has the last laugh, lead of 4 points. In the first set, it was very close in the beginning. 3-all, 4-all, 5-all, that was happening. And in the second set, Pranay has started so well. I mean, let's hope he continues to do so. Unsuccessful challenge by Viditsarn in the first set as well as the second. And his opponent has tried to do a tit for tat thing, like you are pushing me to my backhand, I'll push you to yours. But clearly, Pranay is so experienced and has such a brilliant backhand. As I was saying, that he made an error. So let's hope it doesn't listen that. But yeah, 4 points is the lead which Pranay has been able to maintain. Let's hope he goes into the break with another 5 or 6 point lead. That would be great. Who do you think is going to win women's singles? Looking at the form, Ansayang, the year she has had, but again with Marin defeating Yamaguchi in straight sets, I mean Marin is Marin. So as I said, the experience is something which you can never get for a youngster. So even if Ansayang is doing well, Marin can pull out anything she wants. So let's hope it's a great game, and if Marine wins, then it will be a comeback for the ages. Former world champion, we know a heartbreaking loss for Sindhu in 2016 against her, but yeah, it's good to see an old player back into the fold. A clash of generations is always the best thing. Viditsarn kind of finding his groove and making his way back into the game after losing some quick points early on. The coach is shouting instructions after each and every point. He wants his what to do better. So it's 5-3 at the moment, and Pranay needs to maintain a lead. So if he starts slipping, then he will become the hunter, and right now he is the hunted. So Pranay has lost quite some points on the trot right now. The gap has been narrowed, and we are looking at a similar score to what it was in the first set. And clearly, change of plans is the need of the hour for Pranay, and thankfully pulls off another point back, making it 6-4. So let's hope he keeps that lead and extends it to 4 or 5 points. So yeah, that is something Pranay needs to do. So it's going close. Let's hope he changes his socks once again, Pranay, like he did in the first set, which allowed him to come back and neutralize his opponent's momentum. Looks like Pranav is not being able to judge the drift on the far side of the court because he has made two exactly similar errors, one from the backhand toss and the other from a lift. So both of them were out, something which we did not see Pranoy doing in the first set. So that side of the court might be a bit favorable to the players. And Pranoy's backhand is way more brilliant than his opponent's. Why is this trashy angle coming up? But the good thing is Pranoy is looking very relaxed even when he's aggressive because he's not jittering while playing the shots. But bad error from HS Prannoy. As I was talking about him being relaxed, he went with the flow and did an error after controlling the rally. I wouldn't say control, but he had the upper hand in that rally after smashing the shuttle. His opponent had landed on that knee, which where he is wounded, and simply a disastrous error by Prannoy. So he needs to keep a check on those errors. He was not doing that in the first set, and make sure that he builds up a lead here because right now it's looking very close, and we surely as Indian fans we don't want a third set. We just want it to be over in these two games. A change in shuttle requested by Viditsarn, and interesting stuff happening here. Prannoy back in the lead at 7-6. So the players have resorted to bigger rallies right now. Good moment of the game to play them, and thankfully that shot did not go out as we had seen in the previous two instances. So Pranoy is slowly figuring out the drift, slowly figuring it out the way his shots are going towards the backcourt. Because that is a very big strength of Pranoy that he likes to push his opponents toward the backcourt and then try to make a game out of it. So he's been in proper beast mode during this tournament, fondly nicknamed the Beast. We have rolled out a great reel on Instagram. Do check it out. It's an ode to Pranoy's match yesterday. So some very trivial and unnecessary errors by Pranoy, very unforced errors, I would say, because these are shots he's trying to bring some flair into the game, play those flicks. But yeah, important interventions from his coaches who are like, he has conceded the lead for the first time in this set. And that is a cause for concern because it's 8-7 to Vitidsarn right now, something which we don't want to see, a lead for the Thai player. But the one big change which has been in the first set, and this is his opponent has clearly figured out the backhand tactic that Pranay was using and has been doing a little bit well. And the errors by Pranay have been countless. Like out of the 8 points he has lost, Pranay has made errors on 5 points on 5 points. So it's not like his opponent is playing well and creating those situations where Pranay needs to, be a little bit better than him. Pranay is the better player even now, but the errors have been the difference. Losing 5 points on errors out of the first 8 has been very bad for Prannoy because now he has conceded a 2 point lead, and if it gets worse from here on, it will be very tough to make a comeback because Kunlavut is a solid player, and okay, it's gone down to 3 points. So you can clearly see a shift in momentum, a very visible shift in momentum. It's now the youngster, the 22-year-old Thai, who is looking very relaxed, taking his time before serving, and Prannoy must be thinking, what did he do wrong to make those errors? Or is he waiting it out and wants the favorable side of the court in the third set? But again, that will be only for the first 11 points. If it does not manage to create a lead, then it will go against him, the ploy of taking it to the third set. So it will be better for Prannoy to close it out here because we know how deadly Kunlavut can be in the third set. Has age on his side, has stamina on his side, of course. So the game is at a very delicate situation right now. Prannoy has made an error. Made the judges have called it in, but another challenge. It looked out to me, and it is out. It is out. So good challenge there by Viditsarn after like two unsuccessful challenges. He finally gets it right. Prannoy at the interval needs to make some changes to what he has been doing. He needs to minimize all the unforced errors because that was a horrible call from the line judges, by the way. It was clearly very out. I could see it from the screen, so obviously they should have seen it while sitting there. So it's the other way around in the second set. We had seen Prannoy leading in the first comfortably at the break, and now it's we can see Guru Sai Dutt giving a lot of instructions to Prannoy that you need to change your game or it will be too late. Mostly we are headed for a three setter right now because it's very tough to negate this lead against Kunlavut. But let's see if Prannoy has anything in his tank. Because for a three set match, he'll require a lot of stamina against this youngster who is like a super Duracell bunny, nickname given to Scotch player David. So Viditsarn is kind of like that, built very stockily. We have uh, Jingting who is also like this, and yeah, Prannoy the typical Lee Chongwei kind of players, as I like to call them. But he needs to do something about his game right now because the lead has slipped to 5 points, and looks like Prannoy might be heading towards a three setter here. But that would mean a shift in momentum towards the thigh. The shots are going long. He's not being able to grasp a hold of the drift on the near side of the court. Prannoy is not being able to gauge the drift. He has lost, I think, 5 to 6 points on that same error, and he has been creating a lot of errors in other aspects as well. So out of the 13 points, it's like 70% of the points have been lost on errors by Prannoy. So this second game is slipping away, and as I said before the match started, that we are heading towards a three setter most probably, and that's what's happening. It's going to be a three setter, guys. If Prannoy manages to pull off something here, it would be great. But I'm being super realistic at this point of time that negating a 5 point lead at this stage is super tough. Kudos to Prannoy if he manages to do that, but if it does not, he'll have to figure out something for the third set because it might be too late for his smashes to start going a pinpoint. And thankfully, 4 point gap is what we're seeing right now, not the six. But as I said, four is still comfortable. You take it to three, and then you start creating problems for your opponent. Prannoy needs to take it to three, and Rishabh, actually, Prannoy is using smashes in this set because the fact is he has made so many errors. So he has made the most errors he has made are on the lift. So he is very scared about lifting the shuttle too much. And as far as smashes are concerned, he did make some errors on the smash. So when you start creating a lot of unforced errors, the biggest problem that creates for you is you don't trust your potent shots. You stop trusting your killer shots. And he was trusting them in the first set, got so many points on it. But now he's very wary of what is happening. That is a point which Prannoy should not have lost. So how Prannoy is losing 5-1 advantage, Bharat asks. I mean, he let. So at the initial stages of the game, it's fine. You and your opponent trade things of. I think 5-5 we should consider as 0-0. The main game takes between 6 and 15, and out of that the 12 to 16 juncture is the most important. So if Prannoy has to make a comeback, it has to be in this part before letting Viditsarn reach, let's say, 17 or 16. Because if 16 is still manageable, but once your opponent reaches 18, it's like it's a calculation at the end of the day, because even if you are a human being and you are like, oh, I trust myself to win 7 points on the trot, let's say, and in an ideal situation he will, at the end of the day he's a human being, so he will have that pressure. It's very natural that, oh, my opponent needs only 2 points, I need six, how am I going to do this? So sometimes the such situations we have seen 14 20 to 20 all and then winning 20 to 20, but it's very very rare, we don't see it in every game. So you need to win this phase of the game, you need to uh, either consolidate your lead in this phase, or you need to make a comeback, and this is the best time for Pranay to do so. So 15-10 is the score right now. He's not allowing his opponents to build more, but long rallies going on. uh, Seems that Kunlavut is struggling to walk properly. As I said, the wound would concern him a little bit and not more, as he has clearly shown by leading. But he's not exactly walking very, very comfortably. Anyways, if Pranay needs to pull things off, okay, gutting is gone. So Pranay will be replacing his racket. He's replaced it. And let's hope this creates a shift in momentum once again. First, it was the shocks, now it's the racket. By the way, we saw the longest rally of the match at 31 shots. So in this set, the duration is going to be more because the rallies have been longer in this set. Okay, back to the set. It's 11-15 and 4 point gap is what's the difference between these two players. Pranay again, he could have lost a point on that smash actually. His smashes are not going well as they were in the first set. He's trying to go for that cross court kill every time. Here also he was kind of saved by the net. It's like it's a shot. It either crashes into Gopichan, not happy. He just shows a thumbs up there because he knows it could have gone either way. So that's the difference. It could have been a 5 point lead and it's reduced to three right now. So as I said, this is the phase that Pranay needs to win. If he manages to pull 16-14 is fine. Don't do a 15 all. It's fine. 16-14, you bring yourself to a 2 point gap. A very similar rally but a different result is what we saw. Both players are looking decent at the net, but some errors might cost a tap for the either. And okay, good to see the shuttle is being moved to all sides of the court by both players. Pranay also playing the waiting game, as is Kunlavut. A good judgment by Pranay there, especially when you are trying to make a comeback. You have the heart to do a judgment, and that's what Pranay did. Experience showing as he takes down the lead to 2 points. Are we seeing a comeback for the ages, or will we see a third set? The next 5 minutes will give us all the answers, because 13-15 is the ideal situation for Pranay. And if he manages to reduce the lead even more, then pressure will be on his opponent. Okay, Pranay has conceded a lot of ground on that point, and a 3 point lead again opens up for Vitidsarn. I think if you're mostly when your opponent hits a backhand shot, the rally starts coming in your favor by at least 5 to 10%. And Pranay is getting a bit slow while anticipating his opponent's returns. That is so. In the previous one, his opponent had a lot of time to ideate on a jump smash, and it wasn't exactly a great one. But Pranay was very slow. He couldn't even get his racket nearby. So stamina might be a factor here, and sadly, Pranay did very well to try and win this phase, but I would call it a 50-50 because the lead is 4 points. Good comeback at the end by Kunlavut. That was another error at the jump smash. The cross court the cross court smash has not worked for Pranay. The one which worked was a fluke, a huge fluke, I would say, because it hit the net. And HS Pranay right now is not looking in a very very good shape. But yeah, what he has done in the past 2 days, I'm not going to question his stamina here, but he could have made a decent score out of it if he had held on to the past 2 points. But now his opponent is toying with him. Viditsarn is clearly toying with Prannoy right now, and this set is almost over and will go in the favor of Kunlavut Viditsarn. Shifts in momentum throughout this game. This game has oscillated like a pendulum. Prannoy starting off with a hefty lead, Kunlavut coming back, maintaining a bigger lead. Then Prannoy trying to claw his way back, only reducing it to 2 points. But then it's almost over, guys. We are heading into a three-setter, which I predicted at the start, but something I did not hope would happen after the first set clearly went in Prannoy's favor. So anyways, we have 180 plus people watching. Guys, make sure to leave a like so that this reaches more people. And as we prepare ourselves for a very nervy third set, it's very tough to watch a three-setter, especially when you are supporting one of the players. As a neutral spectator, it's fine. Like, let them do what the hell they want to. But as a fan of one of the players, it will get very, very difficult for us in the last set, because Prannoy wins the first set, lets his opponent take the entire momentum in the second one, and let's hope Prannoy makes a comeback in the third set, or it will be over for him um, here at the World Championships. So, interesting situation here. And so happy to see a lot of our regular viewers join us. Thank you so much, guys. I know we are doing a stream after a long time, and please join for the Neeraj Chopra stream tomorrow. And if Prannoy wins today, another badminton stream tomorrow. Hi Shubhrajit, I am doing great. Welcome back to our streams. Those who are watching fresh, who are newcomers to this channel, make sure to subscribe. Watch our other content, shorts as well as videos. That's it. That's the promotion once again as we head back to the game. And Prannoy again has the favorable side of the court for himself, at least for the first 11 points, if he manages to win them. It is now or never. It's a matter of one set between Prannoy and a historic world championship final. So let's hope he is able to convert this one chance and give his everything. He has nothing to lose right now. He's already secured a bronze medal. He's already won a medal at the World Championships, but he can definitely do better, and he deserves it. The way Prannoy's career has uh, faced, so I think Prannoy deserves every bit of that medal, and let's hope he pulls himself together. He has Gopi Chand and Guru Saidat, one the greatest badminton coach India has ever seen, and a former player who has retired just last year. So we have a mix of experience and uh, freshness coaching Prannoy. So let's hope he immediately makes a comeback and wins this third set. He started off brilliantly, conceded a lot of ground in the second set, and his needs to make that comeback very, very quickly. Let's go, Prannoy. So on the far side of the court, which Prannoy is playing right now, he again the first point he wins like he has done in the first two sets, but he needs to build up a solid advantage in the first set. He cannot let a 5-all, 6-all, 8-all, something like that happen, because this is the side which has been favoring him, where he was way more comfortable than the other side where he did a lot of errors. So Prannoy needs to make sure that he rakes in a lot of points here and builds like a 4 to 5 point lead at least. Definitely, he shouldn't let his opponent take the charge and go into the uh, break with a lead. So allowing Kunlavut to get a lead here would be very, very problematic for Prannoy. But definitely, he will give everything, in spite of the fact that he's looking a bit more tired than his opponent. And Kunlavut takes an early lead in the third set, 2-1 being the score. This is very unnatural considering what we saw. But he's been growing into the game. His confidence has been growing as the game progressed, especially after he negated Prannoy's lead in the second set, like 5-1 when he made that comeback and uh, went on to win that set. That was the phase where Viditsarn really grew into the game and took things into his own hands. And now he is clearly showing signs of not letting Prannoy claw his way back, because starting off this set strongly, especially when Prannoy, and now it's not Prannoy making errors, unforced errors. It's the Thai player putting a lot of pressure on Prannoy. So stakes have. Guys, it's a very troublesome situation right now. 4 point lead has been opened up for Vitidsarn. Looks very, very concerning for the Indian player and us as fans who are desperately waiting for Prannoy to reach the final as soon as possible. But very, very concerning. I know it's the start of the set, and Viditsaran actually negated this entire lead in the second one. But the problem is Prannoy is playing on the side of the court which has favored him today. And from there, if he goes on to concede a huge lead, then I'm very, very afraid that he won't be able to win the third set and the all important match. So he's trying to be a bit more quick on his feet. So in the second set, we saw there were rallies where both players were moving at a very average pace, trying to test each other out. But you can clearly see a shift of intensity, and the intensity, Pranoy is trying to increase the intensity. So he needs to make sure that if he is going full out, full aggressive on his opponent and winning that point, he needs to make sure that it does not lose. So it's very, very okay. Guys, 4 point lead for Viditsarn right now. Very, so there's been a huge difference of temperaments. Viditsarn has been looking relaxed right now. Pranay was getting a bit jittery in the middle after he did all those errors, but trying to win 1 point here, doing a lot of effort to win a point, going for the smashes, returns. He's needing 2 or 3 returns to win a particular point, and okay, good signs, guys. Good signs. So we have a comment. Nitish is saying Pranay's strength is attacking. The only problem I feel is when you attack, when you attack relentlessly at what I'm saying. So first set, Pranay was attacking very carefully. He was gouging out his opponent, waiting for the right moment to attack, and then going for it. That saves you a lot of energy, and you just need to put some effort in one shot. But now what Pranay is doing, he is he has increased the pace of the game. So which means that even for a drop shot, Pranay is moving very quickly. He's like, oh, I'm trying to wrong foot my opponent and make sure that he's rerouting himself. So what he's doing is, so let's say uh, uh, Viditsaran hits a shot. Okay, a relaxed Pranay, the one we saw in the first set, he would have come slowly. Thought, would he like to do a flick or a general net shot or a lift? He would have thought before doing that shot. Now what he's doing is footwork is so quick, especially at the middle part where he was trying to reduce the lead. his footwork was so quick that it takes a lot of effort to put that in. And once you do that, you are losing out on gas in the tank, which will haunt you in the latter stages of this set. So once again, an error. So Kunlavut has grown in this game, and the one thing which worked for Prannoy in the first set was those the backhand push shots which were being returned by a, so the returns were backhand and not the overhead ones. But since Viditsarn has started that overhead return, it's becoming problematic for Prannoy. So trying to generate new tactics has not exactly worked. And even if he was looking good in a rally, he has not been able to convert those points due to errors. And the errors are going to haunt him if he loses this match. So errors is the thing which he needs to not even reduce is not going to be the word right now, because reduce still means that you are providing that 20-30% advantage to your opponent. So play it safe, try to outwit your opponent at this stage, as we saw in the recent point where Prannoy went for a big rally, and that worked in his favor, and then he went for the kill. So cross court smashes in the second set, Prannoy made a lot of errors, and the down the line smashes have worked for him. But when he was confident, he was doing great on the cross court ones as well. But right now, he needs to be very much careful. On the favorable side of the court, he's still lagging behind by 2 points. And we were expecting that, oh, let's hope Prannoy does a 3-4, opens up a 3-4 point gap. And clearly, he is gasping for breath at every point. It's taking the match, it's taking the toll. The severe tournament, we saw the previous two matches. I don't know how Kunlavut's returns on the backhand have suddenly gotten better. But yeah, now it's time for the Thai to increase the intensity and pace of the game. And that is exactly what he has been doing. He's trying to push Prannoy to every corner possible. And Prannoy is trying to return the shuttle, but clearly is looking a bit more tired than his opponent. So let's see how this pans out, because once Kunlavut tries to push for the rallies, Prannoy will have to go for the smash. And if it's not working for him, then that might end up creating a lot of problems. So, so challenge by Prannoy there. I thought it was in, but apparently it's out. So a 3 point lead opens up for Kunlavut Vitidsarn again. It's a very close call, and don't know, man. Prannoy needs to pull himself in this first phase, like before the break is on, because I had not seen him make an unsuccessful challenge in this match till now, and he has managed to do that as well. So errors coupled with an unsuccessful challenge means that Prannoy concedes a lead, gains it back by 1 point, and still, I think the momentum is on the side of the Thai youngster. By the way, those who have joined us right now, please make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, straight down the line smashes is what Prannoy should be going for, even when he comes to that side of the court, because clearly those are very sharp and have been gifting him points. Kunlavut has no answers for them. So that's the strategy. Don't go for the cross court smashes. If you go, and you are bound to make errors. A statistic suggests that, and the way Prannoy has been playing today. So down the line smashes, and okay, he went for a cross court, clearly got a return from his opponent. Brilliant play at the net there. Again, gone for a cross court, but cross court is being picked. And even though Kunlavut has figured out a return on the backhand side of things, where he he is trying to return every shuttle in an overhead manner, that was out, and he has challenged. He has challenged not because he thinks it was in. He is taking time. Both players are gasping for breath. There have been quite some long rallies. It's very close. It's 7-8 right now. As I said, the challenge was just because both of them. He of course wanted to take a break, but let's hope the momentum shift. Okay, so now this has been made into a game. Let's hope this small break due to the challenge doesn't affect the players. Now we have people cleaning the court. making sure that it's dry, and because Kunlavut is diving a lot, that's his way of playing. Has a stocky build, so relies more on his dives, which is very very natural. And yeah, we are back, and it's going to be a great encounter from here on if Prannoy manages to stay in that 1 or 2 point gap, because he lost the lead immediately after he gained it. Sorry, lost the gap. So it's going to be a matter of everything combined, how much stamina you have over your opponent. Second thing is going to be the number of errors you're making at this point, because with tiredness errors are bound to come. And if Kunlavut makes a healthy lead over Prannoy, then Prannoy will go for the kill on each and every rally. He won't go deep in the match. And okay, it's getting a bit concerning for Prannoy there. That's a point he should not have lost, and clearly losing the plot there, the Indian. In spite of being on the favorable side of the court, he has not been able to build a lead. On the contrary, he is 4 points behind his opponent. So into the break of the third set, things not looking very good for HS Prannoy, nine-seeded Indian versus Kunlavut Viditsarn. He's returning every shuttle. The Thai player is returning every shuttle that is being thrown at him, and playing a brilliant error-free game is what I would like to point out. He was on the far side of the court where the drift was apparently not working for players, as we saw the case with Prannoy in the second set. But right now, all that matters is Prannoy needs to make a comeback right now, or it would be too late. So it's now or never for the Indian. He is behind 4 points, and not on the favorable side for side of the court as well. So that's another important thing we need to note. He tried to step on the gas, bring out that aggressive side of his play, but clearly it's not worked, because Kunlavut has been great. So yeah, that's something, some change in strategies. Okay, interesting proceedings right now. Also, those who have joined us, tomorrow Neeraj Chopra plays in javelin throw final along with two more Indians, Kishore Jena and DP Manu. So make sure that you join. It will be post 11:30, but it's an India Pakistan happening in a completely different sport right now, and promises to be exciting with Arshad Nadim's return. Anyways, back to the game, back to badminton, and we have started off with what is the last 1/6 of this match. Oh my God, Prannoy looks very very out of sorts. He has considered an even greater lead there. So as I said, if you make errors, because there is no difference between these two players right now. The 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 fact I would like to point out about Viditsarn's game right now is that he's playing each and every shuttle in the middle of the court. So even his smashes, his drops, everything, he's not trying to make an error, because he knows that he has a bit more stamina, he has age on his side, so he can play Prannoy as long as he wants to, and make the Indian create an error. What a brilliant net shot by Prannoy there to win that point at 8-12. So here at this moment, it's a very simple equation if we look at it from that view. uh, Viditsarn is pushing for rallies. Each and every one of his shot is either in the middle or at a very safe space where you know that you cannot do much errors. Whereas Prannoy wants to make sure that rallies are short. He's trying to ensure that most of the shots he put are the very very sharp smashes, and I've not seen any flicks from him this set. But yeah, he's trying to be sharp in his game. As I saw that he wants the rallies to be small, and he's ending up making errors. So he is going to make errors if he wants to stop the rallies quickly. That's the ploy of Vititsarn. Like, you make you make a rally, you are in a very safe space and you just wait for an opponent to err. But if you try to stop that rally in between, either you need to be so good that each and every one of your smash is very, very pinpoint, or each one of your shot. Because Pranay made an error at the net back there, and now it's 6 points lead for Kunlavut, which is very, very concerning. And don't know what is in Pranoy's mind right now. Luck is not also on his side because that net shot. It's getting difficult as time passes by in this most critical phase of the game. Clearly, the upper hand is that of Kunlavut. Played a brilliant waiting game after he made that comeback in the second set. Has stick to his uh, strategy of playing the shuttle at safe pockets of the court and waiting for his opponent to make errors. He knows that Pranoy is looking to, capitalize on a small mistake, but Kunlavut is not making that kind of a mistake where Prannoy can punish him. So that has been the difference essentially in the past 1.5 games. I won't say only this third game because Prannoy lost the second one as well after the initial 4 or 5 point lead. So Prannoy, clear. The plan is simple. As I've been mentioning, if Prannoy hits those smashes at the place where they're intended to reach, we'll have a final spot on the cards. But if he makes errors on them, because the margin is very fine. See, one error gives 1 point to your opponent. Extrapolate it to 3 or 4 errors, it means that Viditsarn is suddenly on 18 and you are somewhere on 11 and 12. So either you play the waiting game and exhaust yourself, or you go for the kills and trust your smashes. So that one, the previous one, even though it got a return, the return was very feeble, and Prannoy managed to win that point. So right now, I think it's more of Prannoy. He won't change his strategy though. He doesn't want to play the rallies. So the only thing he can do is go for those clean smashes, and it's very difficult to. In the third set, when you're tired, we saw a 4-1-4 KMPH smash in the first set, but to expect something of that sorts in this set is dreaming a lot because let's hope, guys. Just keep praying that Prannoy somehow makes a comeback in this. But right now, it seems very difficult to put effort into a jump, cross court or down the line smash, and following it up with a return. Well, at the return also you have to tap the shuttle, right? So. Uh, but again, considering what he has done over the past 2 days, no one is writing Prannoy off. But uh, factually speaking, it's getting difficult as the game passes. And the way Kunlavut has preserved his energy, he will go for the kill in the last. It's a very simple pattern. You go for rallies in the beginning, make your opponents do errors, and then once you have gained a healthy enough lead, then you just smash him out of the place. But as much, so let's hope that Prannoy has 10 good smashes left in him. That takes him to 21 essentially. So kind of a hyperbole from my side, but if he has 10 really good smashes left in him with power and precision both, just power won't get you anywhere. Precision sometimes might get you a point, but yeah, a combination of power and precision, the two P's, I think I've coined something right now, but yeah, that's something you need for a smash to be converted into a winner. And it's interesting to see Prannoy making a rally out of that uh, point because it flustered Kunlavut a bit. So okay, interesting things. Very interesting. Oh, it's 3 points right now, and I'm I have no idea what's going on because I want Prannoy to win. He deserves this after such a huge career. He fell down there. Oh my god. He's clearly trying to give his everything, but Prannoy has been exhausted over the past 4 5 days, and things are starting to look very tough to him. Okay, guys, please spam. Come on, Prannoy. Come on, Prannoy in the chat. Let's hope he comes back into this game. Anyways, win or lose, we are going to support him. What he has managed to pull off yesterday, that will go down in Indian badminton history. Definitely uh, ranks as one of the best matches uh, in Indian badminton recently. So even if he's kind of trailing right now, I know with all our support, uh, something good can happen. So let's hope. In sports, it's all about hoping, and as things look way more farther away for Prannoy, with again conceding that 4 point lead. Okay, we need a good performance right here. Now it's textbook stuff by Kunlavut Vitidsarn here. Tire your opponent out, and at the end, when he's too much done to give you any answers, ask very tough questions. And Prannoy is clearly out of gas in this third set, not able to find those winners, and sad to say, but he might have almost lost the game, because to make a comeback from here at 18-13. Yes, everyone is pointing out preserving a lot of energy, but another thing I would like to mention is Prannoy could have had a great chance in the second set. At 5-1, he had a great chance, but the number of errors he managed to do, it's a typical Viditsarn game. Take your opponent to the depths of hell and make sure he's not able to find the answers at the end. So, okay, guys, hoping against hope right now. It's a 6 point lead for Kunlavut, and if he manages to win the next one, it's 7 game points. I mean, when was the last time you saw someone come back from 7 game points in such a high pressure clash? 14, so 5. Uh, Viditsarn fell down there. I hope it's nothing serious, but considering the position where he, uh, guys, please, okay, first of all, before the stream ends, I just want to request, as a generalized Indian fans, I saw a comment saying Prannoy choked. He did not choke in any sense. He's literally coming off defeating 2 world champions at 31 years old. When players retire, players usually retire at 30, 31 in this uh, competitive scene. And if you keep on saying that players are choking, and that's not something you could say about a player who literally defeated the world champion, Olympic champion, in front of his home crowd yesterday. So please, guys, whatever mood you were in yesterday, please keep that mood, and make sure that you keep on supporting our players. It's not like you can never this is very bad. Like, when they are winning, you are like, oh, he's great, and then when you're losing, oh, he's choking. It's not like that. So please, uh, let's not do that. That's the worst mentality you could have, and then expecting a medal from someone is just very ironic. Okay, so it's game point. It's almost over in this. Well fought. It's 1 hours 14 minutes, 75-minute game. Is 75-minute match is what we saw today. Prannoy playing two 70-minute encounters over the previous 2 days, and today sadly he loses against Kunlavut Viditsarn. It's over, guys. Sad to say, HS Prannoy of India, ninth seed after a valiant fight. He was leading. He won the first set. Strategy. He had to change his strategy afterwards, and he allowed his opponent to come back. And typical of Kunlavut, he did come back. So HS Prannoy wins a bronze medal. He was confirmed of a medal yesterday, and he wins a bronze. That's the best he could do. Sadly, won't be winning a silver or gold. Clearly exhausted towards the end. Also, great strategy by Vitidsarn today to come back into the game and push Prannoy uh, like he did. So, thank you so much for joining, guys. Really sad by the result, and it's Viditsarn versus the winner of Kodai Naraoka versus local favorite Anders Antonsen. So that's it. India's challenge thus ends at the World Championships. We won't have anyone playing tomorrow in Budapest, in Copenhagen. But again, in another part of Europe, the capital of Hungary, we'll have India's golden boy, Neeraj Chopra, playing in javelin throw finals at the World Athletics Championships. DP Manu and Kishore Jain are two other Indian javelin throwers in what seems to be a great field of Indians. But again, Neeraj Chopra is our prime medal contender. Two medals would be cherry on the cake. And it's an India-Pakistan between Neeraj Chopra and Arshad Nadeem tomorrow. So do join. It will be post 11:30, 12 a.m. But it's the World Championships. We might see an Indian world champion in athletics. So do join tomorrow, guys. It's all from my side. Hope you enjoyed my blabbering on the topic of badminton. Tomorrow I'll be talking about javelin throw and athletics in general as Neeraj takes the field along with Kishore and DP Manu. So Asian Games, definitely we'll be having daily streams for Asian Games, but you guys need to check out our regular content as well, not just come for the live streams. We are putting a lot of effort into our shorts and long videos. Check out some recent Avinash Sabde, then the decathlon video that we just did. So check out the decathlon video. We have put in a lot of effort, and yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like, we are coming tomorrow at 11:45 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. for the Neeraj Chopra stream, which has the makings of a historic final. So leave a like, subscribe, and join us back tomorrow. It's good night from my side. I'm Naman Jain. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thank you so much. You can follow us on Instagram at the bridge _Ian and on Twitter as well. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you had a great time.